Dodge Challenger. The Dodge Challenger is more than just a car, it's an icon, a legend of American muscle that has stood the test of time and continues to make its mark on the automotive world. When we talk about the Challenger, we are diving into decades of history, passion, and engineering that have defined what it means to drive a muscle car. The Challenger represents raw power, bold design, and a spirit of freedom that resonates with car enthusiasts around the globe. Its journey from the classic 1970 model to today's supercharged beasts is a story that captures the imagination of anyone who loves cars. It's not just transportation, it's a statement, a lifestyle, and a celebration of speed and power. The story of the Dodge Challenger began in 1970, when Dodge introduced it to compete with cars like the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Pontiac Firebird. The muscle car wars of the late 60s and early 70s were in full swing, and Dodge wanted to bring something to the table that could stand shoulder to shoulder with the best. The first-generation Challenger offered a wide variety of trims and engine options, from everyday models with 6-cylinder engines to fire-breathing version 8S like the 426 Hemi. This flexibility allowed Dodge to attract a broad range of customers, from those who just wanted a stylish coupe to serious performance enthusiasts who craved speed and power. The Challenger quickly became a favorite for its aggressive styling, long hood, short deck design, and unmistakable road presence. In the early years, the Challenger earned a reputation not only on the streets but also on the track. It participated in drag racing and even made appearances in Trans Am racing. This motorsport connection boosted its credibility as a performance machine. But beyond numbers and competition, the Challenger became embedded in American culture. It appeared in movies, TV shows, and music, becoming a symbol of rebellion, independence, and thrill-seeking. The 1971 movie, Vanishing Point, where a white Dodge Challenger plays the starring role, cemented its place in popular culture as the car that embodies freedom on the open road. However, as the 70s rolled on, the muscle car era faced challenges. Rising insurance rates, stricter emission standards, and the fuel crisis took a toll on big V8-powered machines. The Challenger, like its rivals, struggled through these years. Later generations in the late 70s and 80s lacked the same spirit as the original. The cars became smaller, less powerful, and more focused on efficiency rather than performance. Enthusiasts of the brand often consider those years the dark ages for the Challenger. It had lost its identity and was far removed from the tire-smoking, thunderous muscle car it once was. But legends never die, and the Dodge Challenger made an epic comeback. In 2008, Dodge reintroduced the Challenger as a retro-inspired muscle car that combined classic design cues with modern engineering. The new Challenger was bigger, bolder, and unmistakably influenced by the 1970 original. Its wide stance, aggressive lines, and retro touches immediately made it a hit with fans who long for the glory days of muscle cars. Finally, there was a car that looked and felt like the muscle machines of the past but packed the technology and reliability of the present. The modern Dodge Challenger became available with a range of engines, starting from the V6 for everyday usability all the way up to legendary Hemi version 8S that delivered jaw-dropping power. Models like the RT, powered by a 5.7-liter Hemi, and the SRT versions, including the 6.4-liter 392 Hemi, brought back that muscle car roar and adrenaline-pumping performance. But Dodge didn't stop there. They decided to go all in and create something that shook the automotive world to its core, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Introduced in 2015, the Hellcat was powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 that produced an unbelievable 707 horsepower. This was not just a car, it was a monster, a machine built to dominate drag strips and highways. No one expected Dodge to release such a powerful car at an accessible price point, and it instantly became a legend. The Hellcat's name, sound, and performance elevated the Challenger into a new realm. Suddenly, Dodge was not just competing with Mustangs and Camaros, it was rewriting the definition of modern muscle cars. And as if 707 horsepower wasn't enough, Dodge pushed further with the Challenger SRT Demon, a car designed specifically for drag racing. The Demon was released in 2018 with up to 840 horsepower on race fuel. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds and cover the quarter mile in under 10 seconds, making it the fastest production muscle car in the world at the time. It even came with drag-specific tires, a trans-brake system, and a crate of racing parts. Dodge turned the Demon into a street-legal dragster, something no other manufacturer dared to attempt. The Demon wasn't just a car, it was proof that Dodge was willing to go further than anyone else in keeping the muscle car spirit alive. But the Challenger isn't only about straight-line speed. While it's heavier and larger compared to its rivals, it delivers a unique driving experience that combines old-school muscle with modern comfort. The interior of the modern Challenger is spacious, with seating for up to 5 people, unlike the Camaro and Mustang, which often sacrifice practicality for sportiness. The Challenger offers a surprisingly usable rear seat and a big trunk, making it more versatile for everyday life. Inside, you'll find a driver-focused cockpit with Uconnect infotainment, premium materials, and technology like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, advanced navigation, and driver assistance features. It may be a retro-inspired car, but it doesn't compromise on modern convenience. Another charm of the Challenger is the sheer variety of trims and special editions Dodge has offered over the years. From Scat Pack models that balance performance and affordability, to limited editions celebrating heritage, there's a Challenger for nearly every type of enthusiast. Special editions with unique paint colors, stripes, wheels, and badges pay tribute to the original muscle car era while keeping things fresh for modern buyers. And let's not forget the sound. The Dodge Challenger has one of the most distinct exhaust notes in the automotive world. That deep, throaty rumble of a Hemi V8 is music to the ears of car lovers. It's not artificial, it's not fake, it's raw mechanical symphony that stirs the soul. Driving a Challenger is not just about speed, it's about the experience, the feel of the steering wheel, the vibration of the engine, the roar of the exhaust, and the attention it commands wherever it goes. Culturally, the Dodge Challenger remains a symbol of rebellion and individuality. In a world where many cars are becoming more alike, with hybrid and electric powertrains, subtle designs, and silent performance, the Challenger stands out as a defiant reminder of what muscle cars used to be and still can be. It's not the most fuel efficient, it's not the lightest, and it's not the sharpest around corners, but that's not the point. The point is emotion, heritage, and sheer fun. The Challenger represents a kind of driving that is slowly disappearing, and that makes it even more special. Even as Dodge transitions into an electrified future, they've promised to keep the Challenger spirit alive. The next generation is expected to bring electric muscle cars that still capture the raw essence of the original while meeting modern demands. For many enthusiasts, this is bittersweet, saying goodbye to the roaring Hemi version 8S but welcoming a new era of performance that could once again shake the industry. No matter what form it takes, the Challenger name will always carry weight, respect, and nostalgia. The Dodge Challenger is not just a car, it's an icon that bridges generations. From the classic 1970 model that lit up the golden era of muscle cars, through the struggles of the 80s and 90s, to the triumphant rebirth in the 21st century with Hellcats and Demons, it has proven that true legends never fade away. The Challenger is a reminder that cars are not only about efficiency and practicality but about passion, thrill, and dreams. It captures the essence of driving in its purest form and stands tall as one of the greatest muscle cars of all time. The Dodge Challenger is one of those rare cars that creates an emotional connection as soon as you see it. That wide stance, bold front grille, muscular fenders, and retro-inspired lines make it instantly recognizable, and it demands respect on the road. Unlike many cars that blend into traffic, the Challenger stands out with confidence and charisma. You don't just drive a Challenger, you make a statement with it. It's a car that turns heads, sparks conversations, and makes people smile. Whether it's in a parking lot or cruising down the highway, the presence of a Challenger is undeniable. For many owners, the Challenger isn't just about commuting or running errands. It's about the joy of driving, the pride of ownership, and the thrill of having something unique. Owning one often means being part of a passionate community of enthusiasts who gather at car meets, races, and online forums to share their love for the brand. These communities celebrate everything from restoring classic Challengers to modifying modern ones with aftermarket performance upgrades, exhaust systems, and custom paint jobs. The Challenger's strong following has helped keep the muscle car culture alive even as the automotive world changes. Performance-wise, the Challenger offers something for every driver. At the entry level, the V6-powered models provide a smooth and comfortable ride with enough power to make daily driving enjoyable. They offer modern efficiency while still carrying the Challenger's bold design and personality. For those who crave more excitement, the V8-powered RT and Scat Pack models deliver that unmistakable muscle car experience, combining acceleration, sound, and raw energy. The Scat Pack, with its naturally aspirated 6.4-liter V8 producing over 480 horsepower, is a sweet spot for many enthusiasts because it balances affordability with serious performance. Then, of course, there are the top-tier models that push the boundaries of what a muscle car can be. The Hellcat, with over 700 horsepower, remains a benchmark in the automotive world, and Dodge didn't stop there. Variants like the Hellcat Red-Eye raised the power even higher, pushing output past 797 horsepower, while still being comfortable enough to drive on regular streets. The sheer audacity of offering that much power in a production car speaks volumes about Dodge's commitment to keeping the Challenger exciting. And when you get behind the wheel of one of these machines, it's not just the numbers that impress you, it's the sensation of being pinned to your seat, the sound of the supercharger whine, and the roar of the exhaust that combine to create an unforgettable driving experience. The Challenger has also managed to stay competitive despite being larger and heavier than some of its rivals. While the Mustang and Camaro often focused on sharp handling and track performance, the Challenger carved out its own identity by offering a more comfortable, grand touring muscle car experience. Its size provides a spacious interior and trunk, making it a surprisingly practical choice for people who want both performance and usability. Dodge recognized that not every buyer wants a stripped-down sports car, and the Challenger became the perfect blend of muscle car fun and everyday livability. Another fascinating aspect of the Challenger is the way Dodge has embraced nostalgia while keeping the car relevant. Limited edition models often pay homage to the past, using heritage-inspired colors like Plum Crazy Purple, B5 Blue, Tord, and Go Mango. These colors instantly remind people of the golden age of muscle cars, and when combined with retro stripes and badges, they create a link between generations. This clever mix of past and present keeps older enthusiasts engaged while attracting younger buyers who love the throwback style. Customization has always been a huge part of the Challenger's appeal. Buyers can choose from a wide range of trims, colors, wheels, stripes, and interior finishes to make their car uniquely theirs. From factory options to aftermarket modifications, the Challenger is a canvas for personal expression. Some owners focus on performance upgrades, adding superchargers, exhaust systems, and suspension modifications to push their cars even further. Others focus on styling, with unique wraps, custom wheels, and interior upgrades that reflect their personality. This freedom to make the car truly your own adds to its long-lasting popularity. The Dodge Challenger also enjoys strong representation in pop culture. Over the years, it has appeared in countless movies, TV shows, video games, and music videos. Whether it's a high-speed chase scene in an action movie or a digital racer in a video game, the Challenger has become a symbol of power and coolness. Its aggressive design and reputation for performance make it a natural fit for Hollywood and beyond. For many people, their first introduction to the Challenger comes through these cultural appearances, sparking a dream that one day they'll own one themselves. What also makes the Challenger special is the emotional attachment owners develop. For some, it's a childhood dream fulfilled, remembering the days when their parents or grandparents owned a classic muscle car. For others, it's the thrill of being behind the wheel of something unapologetically powerful in an age of downsizing and electrification. The Challenger connects people to a different era, but with the comfort and technology of today. That connection is part of what keeps its demand strong year after year. In the modern automotive industry, where many cars are becoming similar due to regulations and trends, the Challenger stands apart by holding on to its roots. It hasn't tried to become something it isn't. It embraces its muscle car identity fully, and that honesty resonates with buyers. While rivals often shift focus between track performance, efficiency, and future tech, the Challenger proudly continues to roar with its big engines and bold style. It fills a niche that no other car does quite as well, and that's why it continues to thrive even after so many years on the market. As Dodge looks toward the future with electrification, there's a lot of speculation about what the next generation of Challenger will be. Enthusiasts wonder if the spirit of the muscle car can truly survive without the roar of a Hemi. Dodge has promised that their electric muscle cars will still deliver thrilling performance, and while the sound may change, the goal remains the same: to create a car that excites, inspires, and carries on the Challenger name. Whatever happens, the legacy of the Challenger is already cemented in history, and its story will continue to inspire generations of car. The Dodge Challenger is more than just a car, it's a symbol of American muscle and an icon that has captured the imagination of enthusiasts for decades. Few cars have such a powerful legacy, combining raw performance, bold styling, and cultural impact in the way the Challenger does. From its beginnings in the 1970s to its modern revival as a supercharged powerhouse, the Challenger represents freedom, individuality, and the thrill of driving. When people think of muscle cars, the Challenger almost always comes to mind, because it embodies the essence of what a muscle car should be: big, loud, fast, and unapologetically bold. The story began in 1970 when Dodge introduced the first-generation Challenger to compete against the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro in the pony car segment. It was a time when muscle cars were at their peak, and the Challenger arrived with a wide range of trims and engine choices, from practical six-cylinder models to fire-breathing Hemi version 8S that dominated the streets and drag strips. Its design was muscular and aggressive, with a long hood, short deck, and powerful stance that made it stand out. It quickly became more than just transportation, it became a cultural statement, especially when it starred in the cult classic film Vanishing Point, where a white Challenger symbolized speed, rebellion, and freedom on the open road. However, like many muscle cars, the Challenger struggled through the 1970s and 1980s as stricter emission standards, rising insurance costs and fuel crises forced manufacturers to scale back performance. Later versions lacked the soul and spirit of the original, leaving enthusiasts disappointed. For years it seemed like the golden era of muscle cars was over and the Challenger's identity faded into history. But legends have a way of returning, and in 2008 Dodge brought the Challenger back with a modern take that honored its roots. The reborn Challenger looked like a modern interpretation of the 1970 original, with retro styling cues such as the split grille, quad headlights and wide, aggressive body. It wasn't just a design exercise, it had the performance to back up the look. Dodge offered everything from a V6 for daily driving to powerful V8 engines for enthusiasts. Models like the RT with its 5.7-liter Hemi and the SRT8 with a 6.4-liter Hemi re-established the Challenger as a true muscle car contender. Suddenly, Dodge was back in the game, giving Mustang and Camaro fans serious competition. Then came the game changer, the Challenger SRT Hellcat. Introduced in 2015, the Hellcat took the automotive world by storm with its supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 producing 707 horsepower. No one expected Dodge to release such a powerful, factory-built muscle car at an attainable price, but they did, and it shocked the industry. The Hellcat wasn't just fast. It became a cultural sensation. People loved the supercharger whine, the deep exhaust rumble, and the sheer insanity of driving a car with that much power. Dodge leaned into this reputation, embracing the idea that the Challenger wasn't just a car but an experience. As if the Hellcat wasn't extreme enough, Dodge pushed even further with the Challenger SRT Demon. In 2018 the Demon was designed for drag racing, offering up to 840 horsepower on race fuel and acceleration figures that made it the fastest production muscle car ever built at the time. It could run the quarter-mile in under 10 seconds, and it even came with drag-specific tires, a Transbrake system, and a performance crate filled with tools and parts. The Demon wasn't just a car, it was a street-legal dragster that shattered expectations of what a factory-built car could do. It cemented the Challenger's place in history as the wildest muscle car of the modern era. Beyond performance, the Challenger stands out for its practicality compared to its rivals. Unlike the Mustang and Camaro, which prioritize sharp handling and often sacrifice interior space, the Challenger offers a roomy cabin with seating for 5 and a large trunk. This makes it more versatile and appealing for drivers who want muscle car excitement without giving up comfort and usability. Inside, Dodge combines retro-inspired styling with modern technology like the Uconnect infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and driver assistance features. The Challenger feels both classic and contemporary, appealing to drivers of all ages. Another element that makes the Challenger unique is customization. Dodge has offered countless trims, colors, and special editions, allowing buyers to choose everything from nostalgic paint schemes like Plum Crazy and Go Mango to performance packages like the Scat Pack. Enthusiasts also love modifying their Challengers from aftermarket exhausts. Thanks for watching.